Hello, hello. Today's stream was started a lot later than expected. Like a lot later. Basically I take a family member to like doctor appointments, stuff like that. 'Cause they have kind of trouble doing it on their own. And one of the appointments today led to like a bunch of other things like happening. A bunch of other like tests and stuff getting done, long story short. But usually it's only about like 2 hours. So I scheduled for like 1:45 and I was like, oh man, I'm gonna be home by like 12:30. Nah. I just got done. Or just got back home maybe about like 20 minutes ago. So it's it's 4 o'clock now. So that appointment took 3.5 hours longer than usual. But it is what it is. I haven't touched anything since yesterday's stream. So I actually just turned the computer on, got everything, you know, set up. So may take me a couple minutes just to, you know, wind into it. Also, super congested today. Allergies are going crazy. I think where we left off was these status effects. We were looking for a way to properly like apply them. And I didn't put too much thought into how we're actually going to accomplish this yet. I think the idea was yesterday before we ended the stream that we were just going to look at the gameplay queues that are currently active on a player, and we were going to take those and create a status effect icon based on that gameplay queue. I believe is what we were thinking about doing. But this led to like a bunch of other like issues where how do we like keep track of like all these gameplay queues, everything like that? How do we keep track of like the timing of everything too? Like we have access to a couple pieces of data here, right? We might be able to do something where we look inside the actual parameters itself and see if it's like the same gameplay queue or not. But yeah. The thing that's like stopping me from just like really hitting the ground running on this is bookkeeping for this kind of thing. Because if we run into instances where something is applied multiple times, how do we keep track of that? How do we keep a record of it? How do we know who was it applied from? And with the active gameplay queues, if an effect dies or falls off, we have to be able to do bookkeeping for that as well. This is actually like in my opinion, a more complicated problem than what it just looks like on the surface. Dude, I'm super congested. Holy shit. It would be a lot easier. We were able to store like a unique identifier or something for each gameplay queue. But we don't have that. How are you, my friend? Doing good. Doing good. Allergies are just like killing me today, though. But beyond that, we're alive, we're programming, we're problem solving. And this is something that is kind of stumping me, but it's probably because probably because I haven't really touched any programming today, so I'm jumping back into things. Yeah, good luck with that. Oh, dude, it's driving me nuts. Excuse me. I don't know if I sound congested, but holy crap. Dude, I feel congested. The pollen is, fucking nuts today. Yeah, right now we're trying to figure out a way to add status effects, but not like create duplicate ones. So I'm thinking of a couple different ways we can do this, because we need these to be unique, and we need to be able to understand if a gameplay effect is applied like a second time. And if it is, we need to be able to go in, grab the current status effect, and reset the timer on it, so it starts from scratch again. But maybe I'm thinking like way too like narrow in thought on how this should operate. I think it should probably be more generic. Maybe we just keep a list of the current gameplay tags that are active, and whenever a new one's added on, we just reset it that way. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I made a gameplay tag container where I was going to store like all the current effects that we have and look through that list. The one problem with it that I've seen is when these when these status effects get sent in, it's hard to tell if if a status effect was like reapplied or not, because it doesn't actually tell you the remaining duration. Doesn't tell you the remaining duration of the effect or anything. Which sucks, honestly. If there was a unique ID on these gameplay cues, or like something that I could set to have it distinguish between like a new and old application of this status effect, like we'd be in. Because then I could be like, oh, this effect has a different ID number than the one that was added previously. That means that this one was applied again. So now we can reset the number. What if there was a new bool variable in the status effect class, reapplied equals false? So I like your thought process on it. And like, I was thinking the same thing too. Something to have like a switch, almost like a boolean. But our current limitation on this is we're using the gameplay ability system, and we're using kind of like their methods for applying these kind of effects. And one of the limitations is we only have access to this one custom like struct, right? And it's this one here. So all the data that is stored in this thing is all we have access to try to like manipulate this information. What I could do possibly is create a custom child class of this struct and see if I can actually change it that way. I'd rather not do that, but if I have to, you know, I'll make it happen. It also looks like this is a child of something called Fast Array Serializer. I'm just seeing where this is, oh, okay. Got it. Yeah, so we're pretty limited on space. On what we can store on this thing. Man. I wish I could help better. I'm just a beginner myself. Pretty sure you'll find a good way to figure it out yourself. I always do, or at least I try to. But it's always nice to have like outside opinion on it and like a new take on something. Because a lot of programmers get like a single track mind of like how to solve a single problem, and they don't look at the outside resources or outside solutions. But having new light on old problems is always a refreshing thing to look at. So get source object. This could possibly be a way in. Or effect causer. So what we could do is we could actually store the spell actor in the effect causer here, and every actor is going to be different, right? So if the effect causer is different than the one that's currently in the list, then we know it was reapplied. That might be the way to do it. Or we could do effect context, but I don't know what the comparison is for this. Or do they even have a comparison? Doesn't look like it. If we do effect causer, right? We could store this when we actually do the damage. So in here, we're doing this application of gameplay cues. And right here, we are setting this up here. Man, there could be a problem with this though, because some projectiles, right, will be deleted almost immediately upon impact. So if that's the case, actually it might still work that way, because if it says the effect causer is null and then the new one comes in as valid, then that's still a difference. We could try it. There might be a way in right there. Oh, wait, I already have effect causer set here. I don't remember doing this, but apparently I did it. Am I setting it here? No. Okay. Make sure that this gets set here. Alright. So... we have effect causer here. Do we save? We could save a T map, technically, like a hash map of gameplay queue and effect causer. Damn. Right now we're only saving gameplay cues or the tags themselves. Alright, maybe we can actually just start knocking out some of the easy stuff here. So this else statement basically says, okay, we don't have this effect currently on the status bar for this actor. So we can add it right here. Now this needs just the gameplay tag itself passed in. That would be this. This right here will just create that icon for us. So when new status effects come in, creates an icon, puts it on the bar for us. All that good shit. I actually realized we're not even adding it to our bar yet, but we can do that right now. Add child to horizontal box. Just need some quick wins to get off the ground here. Now when we are removing these effects off of this, I believe this is actually doing the destruction process for us. Yes. Okay. And when it gets destroyed, we want to remove it from this as well. Remove tag, and this is the tag that we will remove. Like that. Alright, I'm gonna recompile, and we're gonna start this up, and we're just gonna try out some pretty basic status effect application stuff. And we'll see where we're at in terms of construction. I think we got a majority of the architecture done for this kind of feature. I think the part that we just got stuck on yesterday was the process of updating and adding and resetting status effects. So we're compiling now. We'll try to apply some status effects. I think I already set like the images and icons and stuff too. And I have a ton of logs, so I'll be able to see. You know what's funny? I made a system just like this months ago when I had like overhead like health bars, so health bars above like players. And whatever system I used back then worked pretty well, but when status effects got reapplied, that's where it just like absolutely shit the bed, which is why I canned it, and I was like, maybe I'll just do this later on. And here it is later on. But we're smarter now, so we should be able to figure it out, right? Okay, so time to play my favorite game of what did I forget to initialize. Team display widget instance early exits. Okay, so I mean we got the add status effect icon triggered, but it looks like we don't have this created. Hello Confusion Wood, how are you on this fine evening or afternoon or morning, wherever you are? Oh damn, we're not calling this, are we? Hold on. See, this is why we're figuring stuff out. Doing good. 10 p.m. Hey, it's late for you then. A little bit of a late start to the day today, but no worries. Just a minor setback on the grand road of game development. Someday I have to go in and organize the shit out of these classes. That is not today. Okay, so when we create a status effect, that's when we gotta add this. Which is right here. Bam. I think the shittiest part is like, dude, my wrist, I slept on it wrong for the past like 2 days or whatever. And man, it is killing me. Luckily, it's not my typing hand. Alright, you bastard. I did not see an early exit. Is a good sign. So does that mean you got added? Let's go into our tools and see if this widget actually exists. It should be right here under this default icon. But I don't see it. Where, oh, where is my widget reflector? Alright, so widget reflector. I'm going to put this on the second screen for a second, but we just want to look for a painted widget. This guy. Press escape. So we lock it in place for a second. And we see what is currently created on this boy. So here's our status effect overlay. Here's the horizontal box. There's nothing currently added to this box right here. Interesting. What we can do is, it might be something in here that's a problem. We're just going to cover our bases. Let's see if this is null or not. So right here it's valid. Here it is null pointer. Which I think this is technically getting flagged anyways. Or it should be getting flagged here from this dynamic cast. Weird. We have something that lets us know if this has actually initialized or not. I believe so. I just want to know all the information about what's going on here. And close out of the... Actually, no, I'll keep this open. Minimize it. I did hit live code, yeah. I believe so. No, I didn't. Okay. Thank God I checked that. I'm gonna do some widget debugging. Everybody's favorite. I gotta rebind that key. Look at that. Add child to horizontal box. On which person? Oh, you know what? I see it right here. Not showing up on the other players though. Unfortunately. The reason that's showing up as like these like purple A's is from the rich text block. Okay, so it's only getting called once, which is kind of annoying. So let's see where this is actually failing in the line of calls. We know it's getting created now. So that's step one. We just need to make sure it's getting created on everybody's machine, which networking is a lot of fun. We had this set up, I remember yesterday, in the ability system components, I believe. Yes. This right here. You were called multiple times. Okay, so it was called 3 times. But the weird thing is, right, like on-rep functions get called on the client. That's just how it like works. It did not show up on this client's machine though. Weird. We can debug that and see what's happening here. The on-rep active gameplay queues, or the active gameplay queues array itself, should be getting replicated to all clients. But if it's only getting replicated to one, that means it's only seeing a change on one of the machines. If I take over this character here, wait, did you see that? Let me try that one more time. It got updated as soon as I clicked on the actual client portal itself. So it's creating them. It's not creating on the server though, because we didn't call on rep on the server. But I'm not too worried about that, because that's pretty easy to fix. This is weird. Might need a better way of doing this. The on rep should be like very reliable though. I say should be. Alright, so to get this working on the server, we just need to find out where this is being updated, and we just need to call on rep right after that. So we're going to have to override the function where this is getting called. Read. And it's registered. Oh, yeah, it's passing it into these internal functions. I think we were actually... Yeah, this is where it's happening right here. We were actually already trying to override this yesterday. That was actually a suggestion that somebody gave. And they might be spot on with it. See this right here where it says add queue? This is the container right there. If we go back to our main ability system component, price. We just need to call on rep after that override effect. Right here. So if we go that, this will ensure the server actually calls it, since the server does not call on rep itself. Did live coding not go through? Oh, it didn't. Okay, that's why it's not working. I was like, what the hell? Should definitely work. Out of the way. Yeah, wherever it works. Client. Weirdly enough, this client is very delayed on it. It's not until you perform like an action that it actually does it. God. Now, there's actually a really nice feature here that might work better for us. With just overriding this add gameplay queue internal right here. This B wasn't list. If there's a way that I can override this here and change the parameter that we pass into this. Could use this boolean to actually do the updating for us. Man, I feel so slow right now. Kind of crazy. We had a pretty late start to the day. I might make a call here to where I just kind of spend the rest of the day figuring this out, and I always like to try to teach you guys something. So I think a good move would be for me to actually figure this out, provide a solution, and then tomorrow on stream I can I'll be starting on time like today. And I can actually show you the final result of how this works and how I accomplished it. I think that'd be more beneficial. Sorry I started so late today, but family's important. So I think with that being said, I'm gonna pretty much, you know, hunker down, try out a bunch of different methods here, and report back tomorrow morning with my findings and get this figured out. I guess today was pretty much more of like a status update than actually accomplishing much here. But I'm alive, so that's all that matters. Alright, I'll sign off for now. I'll be back tomorrow, 11:30 Eastern, as per usual. And we'll try to keep the schedule normal. This weekend I'll be streaming Saturday and Sunday, hopefully long streams, but we'll see. But yeah, keep the ball rolling. Progress is being made every day. So wherever you are, have a great morning, evening, afternoon, or night, and until tomorrow. Peace.